In the movie we're going to talk about today, someone gets married into a family and she's forced to play a game. She draws a card that leads into the events of this film. Now, what do you think could have been another game written on another card that she potentially could have drawn?
Jenga.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just vanilla Jenga?
Well, yeah, except if you knock
Vanilla
it over.
Jenga? What is there, like knife Jenga?
House options, house rules. No, yes, it's vanilla Jenga, but if you knock it over, you die.
No way, you get divorced.
No, you die. Based on this movie, this is a Jenga to the death or to the pain.
Jenga to the pain. Okay.
Mark?
I want to see a live action Clue. They're going to hear your peacock, put on the peacock suit. You're a mustard, here's a bottle of mustard.
I'm sorry, do you not realize there's a movie called Clue, which is a live action Clue?
It's so good.
No,
it's amazing.
You're not listening to me.
No, they got to wear
talking about
costumes.
they're playing the board game live action.
So you want them to LARP the game Clue?
Absolutely. Professor Plum, put on this plum outfit.
You mean like the fruit of the loom people?
Yeah, absolutely. Scarlet, strip naked, and just cover yourself in red paint.
Whoa,
Wow,
whoa,
okay.
calm down
She's
there.
the color red.
That's, accurate though, yeah.
And then they got to kill somebody and figure out who done it.
Okay. Garrett, can you top Clue?
I can definitely top that. Cue the Teen Witch. Street Fighter.
But they have to street fight.
No. They just have to play Street Fighter.
Oh.
I want to see a 1st to 10.
Like a coin op machine?
Yeah, just go into the rec room, break off that third strike machine, 1st to 10. Whoever, you know what? Chun and Ken are banned, though. You got to play some low tier characters. I want to see my Qs in there. I want to see some of my Necros. If someone wins with Remy, they get the Hell House.
There you go. Tag would also work. You could. That's the most, I think, easily transferable.
How much effort did you guys put into this question?
Very little.
I can tell.
Yeah.
And honestly, though, I don't regret that because Street Fighter 1st to 10 would be amazing.
It would be a boring movie.
No way, dude. Some crazy shit in Third Strike, bro.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out my wife has all you beat. She says it should be Welcome to Jumanji. And then they have to play fucking Jumanji.
You mean like the 2 Jumanji movies that came out?
No, this one would be different.
Jumanji would have been a good idea. Yeah.
I like Jumanji.
But they ultimately did not choose Jumanji. They chose Hide and Seek. And I think it made a better movie for it.
What if it was Settlers Catan? It's like 9-hour movie.
Everyone's just asking for sheep.
That'd be the Axis and Allies version.
Yeah, there you go. Actually, that's a better joke.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Who wants to play a game?
It's time for hide and seek.
Run, run, run. Time to run and hide. Run, run, run. And now I'm going to find you. Scurry off into the...
Hey, all you creatures from cyberspace. Thanks for joining us on another episode of the Grave Talk podcast. My name is Mark. Again, joined with Garrett and John. Fellas, how we doing today?
Good. It's just another good day. Sky's blue, sun shining. Birds are probably birding.
They often bird, yes.
Yeah.
Birds often bird.
I'm just good. I've been drinking Red Bull, and I've got a little Dayquil in me. I'm kind of sick and riding that like nice little like cold medicine high.
Yeah.
Well, what have you guys been up to since last time?
Not a whole lot. I don't know if this counts as horror. I mean, it's kind of horror, but I've been rereading the Jurassic Park book.
Oh, so good.
It's a great book.
So good.
Like halfway through it.
Lost World is really good too. The book.
I haven't read the book. Yeah.
Oh, dude, the book is good. Basically, parts of 3, the third movie, are from like the second book.
Not the talking parts though. Talking dinosaurs.
The talking
Don't
dinosaurs.
the Velociraptors talk in 3?
No, that's a dream sequence in a brief moment. It's like a 2-second brief moment.
That's what I remember here.
Here we go.
Dr. Grant.
It's a dream he's having, and it's momentary. Oh my god!
Here's the thing. I've watched the first Jurassic Park, some of the second one, and sometimes I get it confused with Godzilla. But the
Which
T-Rex...
is weird because the second Jurassic Park is basically half of it's Jurassic
I
Park,
know.
half of it's King Kong.
Yes, well, the T-Rex comes over on a boat, right?
Yes.
That happens in the second
The slow
one?
boat.
Yes, okay. I don't think I ever saw the third one,
Oh, the third one's actually really good.
Then
It's
I
back
saw
to like more traditional.
the Chris Pine one, and I didn't see the
Jurassic
second.
Park, Jurassic World.
Yeah, I didn't see the second Jurassic.
Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Good.
Yo. Okay, so different beasts. Welcome back to Jurassic Park Talk.
I
have
love
waited
Jurassic
so
Park.
long to turn this podcast into a Jurassic Park deep dive.
Wake me up when the dinosaurs are extinct.
Look, Mark, I have to tell you this, though, before we get into your deep dive. If you haven't... So reading this book, I was like, man, I haven't learned anything new about dinosaurs since, I don't know, like 1994. Dinosaur knowledge has come a long way, and they're less cool than dinosaurs used to be. They're like warm-blooded chickens now.
Are you trying to challenge my dino knowledge with
I
some
don't
new
know.
information?
I'm just saying in
You're coming out
general.
real strong here.
I don't know how up to date you are with modern dinosaur knowledge.
The last thing I remember was there was no longer a brontosaurus, and that made me really sad.
Oh, I think he's back.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, I think
he's Pluto.
Yeah,
It's like the planet Pluto.
I think he's back, but now he's covered in feathers.
What?
Yeah, all dinosaurs
Well,
had
not
feathers.
necessarily the
Maybe not the brontosaurus.
not necessarily that species.
But most dinosaurs feather-based.
a lot of them did have feathers or like fine like feather fur
Yeah.
type stuff.
Sure, I'll allow
And
it.
They
the
were not
closest-
as cold-blooded as they were
Yeah.
named. Some of them did have more hollow bones than thought.
The closest relative is the fucking chicken.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we've
Eating dinosaurs my whole
every
life
day.
now. Okay.
So if you ever want to eat a dinosaur egg, just eat a
Now,
chicken
there's some
egg.
cool stuff, and that whole thing with Triceratops, they thought like the Triceratops was just an adolescent.
Oh yeah, different kind. Taurus.
Yeah, whatever it is. God, I should know all these names, but no, it's some cool shit, dude. You should
Yeah,
check it out.
dinosaurs, man.
I love the fact that we're still learning about dinosaurs. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my childhood dinosaurs. I love my designs, but I'm so glad that we're still learning about them and how like wrong we were about things. Like that means that we haven't given up on them. Like there's still so much to know.
Still hope for the dinosaur.
And oh man, I'm just saying. Okay, so anyway, Jurassic Park was amazing. It's
Yes.
a monument in filmmaking.
Yes.
Lost World, the first half of it is really good because they're on the island.
Yeah, I remember the kid getting eaten by dinosaurs.
That's the first like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I remember that also because it's how the book Jurassic Park opens.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And then halfway through it becomes King Kong because someone was all like, you know, it'd be great. Let's send him to fucking LA.
I remember that part.
That's
Yeah.
garbage. The moment they get on that boat, you can turn the movie off and then you're good. Jurassic Park 3 is dope as hell.
Okay.
Like you'll really enjoy it.
You skipped over the best part of part 2 is when the gymnast, like Jim kicks a dinosaur in the face doing the bars.
Did he skip the best parts?
I think number 2 is hot garbage.
Okay.
And it made me stop watching Jurassic Park from then on.
It also made me stop watching, except for the Chris Pine one because I like him.
You guys are so
No, is
fucking
it
terrible.
Pine? No, it's Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Sorry,
Yeah.
Pine for calling you Pratt.
But
Or Pratt for calling you Pine. Doesn't matter.
the first half of Lost World is dope. The second half, it kind of ruins what you just saw in the first half almost because it leaves such a bad taste in your mouth. You're like, oh god, this was pointless. Third one, solid film, start to finish.
Okay.
They do it a little more. They get into like the raptors a little bit more. They kind of like use a resonance chamber to kind of like speak like the raptors, kind of make noises like them.
Okay.
It's like the like those kind of noises and
Okay.
stuff, and they use that to kind of do their advantage. That's the gimmick for this one. But the Spinosaurus is in that, and it is dope as hell. Now, Jurassic World you saw. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Ooh, this one. Oh, man, thank you, listeners, for sticking through me on this. But Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, it's such a good premise. But they introduced this thing that they had been talking about in the Jurassic Park / world like pantheon of movies that they've kind of wanted to do, like dinosaur human hybrid type
Oh,
thing.
boy.
Now, they don't go that far with it. They do bring up this cloning aspect that maybe that we didn't just clone dinosaurs, maybe we actually cloned a human too. That is a plot device in that movie, but overall it brings back the wild energy. Ian Malcolm was in it, and I'm like, yo, we can't mix these two.
Yeah.
It happens. So, oh, man, I'm
Which-
gonna stop. I'm sorry.
Which movie-
Watch all the Jurassic except for Lost World.
Which movie has the most Goldblum?
Unfortunately, the second one.
All right, that's the one I'm probably going to like the most then.
But the second half of it is just King Kong.
Well, I love King Kong, so.
So well, then there you go. Add a T-Rex and King Kong, baby. You got a stew going.
All right. Mark, I think, has fallen asleep, listeners. He is
Probably.
apparently not into Jurassic.
We could maybe edit this at the end of the episode and have like a bonus behind the scenes featurette.
I don't hide the fact that I don't give a shit about the Jurassic Park.
You don't give a shit about
franchise.
anything
I
anymore.
never did. When Jurassic Park 1 came out, I was like, big fuck deal.
What?
Moving
You
on.
fucking monster.
Yeah, I was like, okay, it's fine. Whatever.
Well, I guess that answers the question on who's the least likable host. Guy who doesn't like Jurassic Park.
Whatever.
That's going to be a t-shirt. You'll be like, I didn't give a shit about Jurassic Park. And there's just a big, like, cancel.
That's fine. Whatever. I'll take the blame. I don't care.
What have you been up to, Mark?
I watched a horror movie called Driller Killer
Whoa.
from 1979.
Jurassic Park is arguably a monster movie.
Oh.
Argue it. Go ahead.
Okay. Dinosaurs are.
Forget it. Never mind. I don't want to go back into the park. I'm exiting the park. I'm leaving.
You can check in, but you can never check out.
I'm in the chopper. I'm in the chopper.
It only goes
The
down.
music is
All
fading.
right. Well, tell us about this horror movie of yours.
The Driller Killer is most known for being on the list of one of them Vidya nasties over in the UK that was banned from the nation of the UK.
Oh, I feel like I've heard of this movie. He kills with a drill.
Oh, really? How did you guess?
Clever titling.
I think it was on that 80s documentary we watched, right?
No, I don't. This was 79, so it couldn't have been.
Oh, okay. No, never mind then.
But
Made
anyway.
that up.
This is also labeled as a black comedy. It's not funny. In the least, it falls in with the You're Next. It's even less so, I would say. Than
Less
that one.
funny than You're
Yeah.
Next?
It's basically you follow around this artist who's painting in his New York apartment building. He can't make rent, but he needs to paint this buffalo or deer. I forget exactly.
You mean Tatonka?
Yes. He's trying to finish this painting to get rent, and slowly over the course of the film, he's losing his mind. He's got neighbors who are in a band, and much like the movies of this time, we get to watch a whole performance.
Oh, I love musical scenes.
This one
My
goes,
little baby loves it to the sugar plum. My little baby.
I wish it was that. You have more talent than the whole band combined in this film. We get to watch them practice. So we're in the practice room for like 25 minutes. There's people hanging out and be like, cool, bro, play that again. Like they're trying out backup singers, but everybody involved is terrible at what they do. I just wanted to drill a hole in my own head.
Wow.
And finally, he just snaps and goes and drills a bunch of homeless people out on the street one night.
Not even the
Not
band?
the band?
No, well, I think he gets one of them at the end. The
You
lead
think?
singer.
You saw the
I
movie.
fell asleep at the very end.
Oh, my God.
It's so much of nothing.
He's so
going
mad
on.
at this band. He kills homeless people?
Yeah.
That really sucks for the homeless people. They're probably pissed at the band as well.
What a garbage human.
His girlfriend leaves him at some point. Anyway, it's not a very good fall into
girlfriend
psychosis, if
leaves
you
him?
will. Yeah, that happens to
Poor guy.
him. Watch the film. You'll change your tune.
She's like, I can't be with someone who's drilling skulls.
He's not likable.
It's hard to believe. The driller killer is not likable.
There's nobody likable in the whole film except for maybe the girlfriend at parts. I don't recommend it. The kills are He's using just a standard drill. It's not like he finds the fun one that's like 18 feet long.
It's a run out of batteries once. Like, oh, sorry, I got to recharge it.
Yeah. Anyway, I would recommend avoiding Driller Killer. Garrett, you been up to anything other than reciting ad nauseum all the plots of Jurassic
Dude,
Park?
off the cuff, that was impressive. That is some Jurassic Park knowledge.
Oh, that was the toned down version.
My man's got JPK.
Now that's the shirt right there. Okay. No, just the same old stuff, man. Just kind of, I've been doing a few new things on the website. If any of our listeners have any ideas or things they want to see on the website, please send that information over. Let us know. We'll add some stuff on there. If you want to see more articles by John, more quickies that we were promised and never gotten, top 10 list from Mark, something. I don't know what people are looking for on the internet anymore other than porn.
Porn.
We're not putting on porn on our website, but
All your Jurassic porn needs.
it exists.
I imagine. Everything exists.
The plot for Jurassic porn. No, I'm just kidding. Let's get this movie.
Okay, we're here today to talk about Ready or Not from 2019. This one is sitting at an 88% on Rotten Tomatoes out of 274 critics, 78% with the audience, 5,334 have gotten to that score. This one was directed by a duo, Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillette. This one stars Samara Weaving as Grace, Adam Brody as Daniel Leigh DeMoss, Mark O'Brien as Alex Leigh DeMoss, Henry Zerny as Tony Leigh DeMoss. Tony? Oh, that's probably the dad. Andy McDowell as Becky Leigh DeMoss, Melanie Scrafino as Emily, Christian Brune as Fitch Bradley, Nikki Guadagni as Aunt Helen, Elise Levesque,
That's got to be close
And
enough.
the rest of the cast.
Levesque,
Impossible. It's not even a word.
That name is not a thing. Sorry, Elise. She plays Charity, and John Ralston is Stevens, and then that's all we really need to know.
Probably more than.
Here's what the back of the Blu-ray has to say about Ready or Not. When a young bride marries into a ridiculously rich and delightfully deranged family, her wedding night becomes her worst nightmare as she's forced to play a lethal game of hide and seek and must fight to stay alive. Co-starring, a bunch of people I've already read, is a wicked comedy Till Death Do Us Part to shocking new heights.
What?
Are they delightful? I don't think so. I think they're terrible people.
And was it demented? Is that what it said? Disturbingly whatever?
Delightfully disturbing?
Delightfully deranged.
Deranged.
Okay, you know what? If I had a significant other and their family was deranged, guess what? Marriage is not first on my list.
You can't be delightfully deranged. Those are two mutually exclusive things.
I don't know. What about Bobcat Goldthwait?
I don't know who that is.
He's only mentioned him 800 times on this podcast. What do you mean you don't know who he is?
From the classic Hot to Trot?
Police Academy 2?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not
3.
in the Police
He's in
Academy.
Police Academy 2. He was the main bad guy. And then he also came back in 3 and 4.
Okay.
I don't
Citizens
think
on Patrol and...
One Crazy Summer.
I've ever seen any Police Academy movies. I don't even know the premise of them. I know because I think I've seen it on YouTube. Don't they go to
Well,
Russia?
look what you done. Garrett's been waiting to talk about all 8
so
movies.
Police Academy 1, Steve Guttenberg.
And is this the one where they're like, oh, we'll bring the crime into the police station?
What? What are you talking about?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, man.
They go to
Anyway.
Moscow in
Yeah,
number
I
7 or
remember
something.
seeing something about that.
Mission to Moscow.
All right. We're here today to talk about Ready or Not, though.
Number 6.
We're going to talk about any movie but Ready or Not, apparently.
Okay, what did you guys think of Ready or Not?
Loved it. Good movie. Very enjoyable. Actress, the lead actress, despite having the name of the villain from The Grudge, is actually delightfully good at her job.
Is she related to Hugo Weaving?
I don't know.
Is Hugo Weaving Australian?
Hugo Weaving's the guy from The Matrix and Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but I don't think he's Australian, right?
I don't know.
Because I think Samara Weaving is Australian.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like when people have the same last name and are related.
I really just get my kicks off of that.
It's just, it's just really cool for me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it says Hugo is Samara's uncle.
Oh, well, there you go. Right
Uncle
on.
Hugo.
Uncle Hugo. All right.
So The Matrix. You guys seen
So,
this Hugo movie?
Yes, actually, The Matrix is dope as hell.
Now, I've never seen The Matrix. Is this new?
They're making a new Matrix.
God forbid.
A new Matrix and a new Bill and Ted and
Unnecessary.
So this movie
Yeah.
is a fantastic entry into the actual black horror comedy, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
Something
Yes.
that Driller Killer should not be
an actual black comedy. This is one of the perfect examples of this.
Yes, I got some good chuckles.
I chortled a time or two.
Guys, we are too early in the podcast to have lost the thread like this.
Listeners, write in with the plot. That's we'll
Yeah.
just read that.
What's
off.
your favorite?
Unrelated to Ready or Not movie.
I'm running on very little sleep right now. That's my
man.
excuse.
cough
so-
medicine.
Just general dumbness.
Oh, I almost spit water and choked at the same
I'm
time.
loving everything's going on here. So, Ready or Not. Now, I went and saw this in the theater. Did you guys give it money?
No.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
yes.
I just bought it, so yeah. I guess.
Yeah, I gave it
Okay.
$6 to be able to watch it for 48 hours. So I like to say that I got
Your time
robbed.
starts now.
In retrospect, I should have bought it because it was like really, really good and worth buying, and also renting it was outrageously
The
expensive.
trailer for this movie had me not giving a crap about it. It looked like it was trying so hard to be witty, and I was like, eh. And unfortunately, my girlfriend was all like, yo, let's go see this movie. And I was like, okay, let's do it.
I was bought in from the trailer. I really liked it.
Oh, the trailer did nothing for me. It just seemed like I was like, oh, this is just them trying way too hard to be witty and a little bit edgy. But then you know what? Man, got in there. That movie blew me away. Like from start to finish, I was like, wow, this is really good.
I had intended to see it in the theater, but just stuff kept coming up. At
Yeah.
one point,
We even had tickets, yeah.
And it was
really?
I got shit to do.
Yeah.
So just something came up. But
Oh, you guys did the free pass thing though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we didn't really lose anything. But yeah, this one's really good. I would recommend it out the bat. If you have not seen it, go check it out before listening to us break it down. But this was my introduction to Hugo's niece,
Yes.
Samara. I thought she did a great job.
Same.
I was like, who does she look like? It's like she's a mixture of Margot Robbie and Nicole Kidman. That's kind of where I landed. I was like, that's who she kind of falls
That's a
in
good mixture.
Nicole Robbie.
Nicole Robbie.
So as the back of the backs says, she's marrying into a family. Delightfully deranged, apparently.
I don't understand that at all. But
What they are is a super wealthy board game baron family.
yeah, you don't know about all the super wealthy the Miltons.
I was gonna
Dude,
say, is this
those
supposed to be
Parker
the Milton-
brothers are fucking crazy rich.
And then it had me wondering, it's like, I don't know if I could tell you anything about the Milton Bradley family or the Parker brothers.
I assume Milton and Bradley are two families.
Oh, joint efforts?
Yeah, because there's a dash, right? Is Milton dash Bradley?
Yeah, I think it is.
Well,
Yeah.
it could be a name like the one I just read for Charity or whoever it
No,
was.
so let me break it down for you. Here's what happened, all right? Back in the ancient days, there's one toy company, Milton. The
Okay.
Milton toy. And then there was another toy company, the Bradley toy company.
And they were at war.
They were just
A
fighting
vicious
it out.
street war.
Show me the Ken Burns
They
documentary.
were so into the war, their toy soldiers actually shot at each other. dozens
The
of
streets were lined with jacks. Tires burst every day.
just hundreds dead. And then they decided to call a truce and they merged to fight the Hasbros.
It was like East and West Coast rappers, man. They finally they got it all sorted.
So, and that's where we are today at the Great Candy War of Bradleys, Miltons, Hasbros.
What?
The tragic war of
I think you
Big
meant,
Rock Candy Mountain.
I think you meant toys or board games. You said candy.
Yeah, he's just candy.
Candy. Yes, it's all the same nonsense.
Samara Weaving was from The Babysitter, right? The thing on Netflix, that movie where she babysits that kid, and they actually have like they're like a group of like Satan.
Yeah, I saw that as a thing to watch, but I
It's like
never
a
watched
McG
it.
film or something like that. That was actually really entertaining. I enjoyed that quite a bit.
I've only ever seen her in this, so
You should watch The Babysitter. You'd enjoy
Yeah,
it.
it's a really good film.
And she's
but
in
you're
that?
right. Now that you bring that up, I did see that one first.
is she the
was good.
babysitter?
Yeah.
Yes, she
Okay.
is.
She's really good in that.
And I'm just going to say, this may sound crass, but man, she is beautiful. She is a
Yeah.
gorgeous woman.
And a good actress.
Yes.
Let's not forget her other features.
Okay, Mark.
No, I'm just. Mark's playing damage control from his
Yeah.
board game thing at the beginning.
Please don't write in.
No, but like everyone was really good in this movie. Like,
Yes.
all the acting. Like the one thing I had a problem with is I couldn't tell what time frame this movie took place based off the trailer and the start of the movie.
I assumed it was present day.
See, I didn't. I thought it was like older than that. I thought it was like olden times because the house and the dresses in the trailer. I was
She's
like,
wearing
oh.
Converse.
Well, there's one point that's going to really give away what it's. They're doing the Skype call at the end in the car.
Oh,
the
yeah,
family's
that's
watching
it.
them on the
Yes.
phone. So
Oh no! I mean, I got it right away. Like the thing is, the movie starts and she's getting ready for the wedding.
Well, it starts with a flashback.
Oh,
You don't
that's
know
right.
it's a
That's right.
flashback.
That's right.
Because it had a really strong opening where it starts with this guy, the last time they had to play hide and seek, got shot with a bunch of arrows. He did not succeed.
But with that flashback, you could not have told it was modern times.
No. Plus, it would have been old because it was Andy McDowell's, right?
Yes.
Her husband. So it would have had to been like 50 years ago anyway.
Yeah. But that being said, I thought maybe that was like in the 1800s or something like that. And then this movie, based off the trailer, the dress, the color of it and stuff, I thought this took place like in the early 1900s.
well,
like,
Garrett, as our resident wedding dress expert, what did you think about Samara's dress in the movie?
it was great. Like the stitching, like, I mean, it was so great. Like it was actually like,
Yeah. It was a well done dress, I will say. And turned out to be very durable and adjustable on the fly.
the one thing I liked about it though, it didn't have like a lot of like pomp to it. Like it was very like, kind of low key, but very elegant.
Off the shoulder.
Simple but elegant.
I prefer a little bit higher neck on them, but I
What
thought
do you
it
think
worked
of her
well.
train?
The train was okay, but I think trains are unnecessary at this point. I think trains is basically at this time, this day and age, trains are not needed to give the aesthetic. I mean, they can definitely like make the back look a little more flowy, but
I gotta disagree. I'd like a train 100 feet, 200 feet long.
The longer the better.
like from Coming to America, where they hold the
Exactly.
door open forever for the train to come through.
that's how I picture my
Oh,
personal
Coming to
train.
America 2 is coming out also.
Oh boy.
So that's gonna be cool. And Bad Boys 3, Bad Boys for Life.
That I am excited about, though.
Yeah.
Martin Lawrence, man, come on. You couldn't have, I don't know, jogged.
Oh, come on. He's supposed to look older. Love Martin Lawrence.
I'm sure it's going to be hilarious.
Anyway, so
Where are we?
she's getting ready for her wedding at this point after the flashback.
First 5 minutes of the movie right now.
Yeah, she's getting ready, and we're introduced to family members one by one before the wedding takes place.
And they are all not likable. Like I think
Delightfully
the movie sets out to kind of make us feel like, because don't they think she's like just a gold digger?
Yes.
Right, rightfully so. I mean, you're in a rich family. I feel like that would kind of be the thought process going into, if you're not marrying well off or have your, what do they call it? Stature or whatever. I think people are just going to think that, right?
But they say
and you find out that one of the family members is exactly that.
Right.
That's already been married into the family.
But they say that they've been together for 18 months. You think you'd know, like, by now if...
Well, you find out that the brother that she's marrying has been estranged from the family.
Yes.
Right. So they've this first time they're kind of seeing him again after several years. So we're being introduced and he's like, don't worry about my brother. He can be kind of, handsy. He's pretty cynical. And she's like, I'm sure he's going to be fine. Nothing of real significance happens, right? They get married.
Yeah.
And it's just to push the movie along to
Pretty much.
that evening.
Well, you get to understand her character and her mindset really well in this scene. And I thought this was cool because like she needs to have a cigarette. You get an idea that she's really willing to put up with whatever because she really cares about this dude.
Yeah.
And she is like 100% like, I'll put up with the barbs and whatever just to get through this.
Yeah, she wants to fit in with the family. She wants to be accepted by them because she's
going to really try. Yeah.
That evening, they're kind of getting busy, right? They're having they're having their evening, and they look up, and the aunt is just sitting there staring at them.
Creepy.
Like, meet in the office in 10 minutes or whatever.
They
What
have
did
to
she
meet
say?
in the music room. I note that because she goes, a perfectly normal room to have in a house. And that was actually hilarious.
Yeah. Meet in the music room, and then she's like, what's going on? It's like, okay, look, honey, I didn't tell you this, but there is a tradition where every time someone gets married, we got to play a game, and it's actually more important than the wedding. And I was like, really? That's kind of, that'd be your first red flag. It's like, why is this more important than the actual
Because they're a
ceremony?
board game family. Games are in their blood, in their DNA. So anyone could have a wedding. Only a board game dynasty can play games on your wedding night.
All right, it's forbidden by the common folk.
yeah, exactly.
That's right. Oh, we're upper class here. So is this the point where he's like, look, you can back out now if you want?
Yes, he's like, he notably goes, I'm giving you the option to leave or whatever.
Still being ultra vague about it. And it's
Right.
like, come on, dude, that's not going to push her away.
Yeah, because she's just like, whatever, fine, I'll go play your stupid game. Just go buy me, give me 10 minutes because I got to put on my face, which I thought was funny. She goes down there and does not taking this serious at all, which makes perfect sense.
Why
What
would
normal
she, right?
person? Yeah. She, they have this whole ritual where they're sitting around the table. They pass her this box and she has to pull out a card.
Right.
And
And the data dumps us with the backstory of what's happening.
yeah, Mr. LaBelle.
It all began with a very generous benefactor. You see, originally, great-grandfather was a merchant seaman. On one of his many excursions abroad, great-grandfather came to meet a Mr. LaBelle. After discovering a mutual passion for games of chance, they passed a great many hours playing cards. And among Mr. LaBelle's possessions was that box. And one evening, after indulging in more than their fair ration of rum, Mr. LaBelle proposed a wager. If great-grandfather could solve the mystery of the box before arriving at port, Mr. LaBelle would finance any endeavor of grandfather's choosing.
Is that a euphemism?
For?
Just kidding.
You know what it's for.
I'm going to tiptoe around that and go straight back into the movie.
So the grandpa works the whole journey to try and unlock that box, and I guess succeeds at doing it.
Yeah. So based on family,
It was a zip tie.
Yeah, I was like, dude, all you gotta do is
Grandpa
just.
was real dumb.
there was one single latch. It's open now. Give me all the money. So I'm curious, do you think that they have the money, they got the money to start the board game business, but is it because of the influence?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He
That's
had
the
such
same-
fun with that game. I think
that
he was
got
like,
him all the money?
I think that's what they imply. Yeah, that this magical
are we saying this is like a Hellraiser cube of lamentation type thing?
Kind of, but
Right.
it actually does a nice thing. Kind of. But I think the cube or the box is what made them a dynasty.
And I'm being coy because I'm not trying to give it away right away.
Sure.
But what I'm trying to get at was because of the product that was produced by the means, did that influence their wealth of the business? Like, did they make all their money because of the origin of how the business
Are you saying is it
started?
like a positive curse type thing?
More or less.
Positive curse.
a positive
a blessing,
curse.
if you will.
Or that word works as well.
I'm looking for the positive curses. Please point me to that aisle.
Oh man.
From now on, when anybody sneezes, positive curse you.
Anyway, I think there was something kind of like, and whether it be manufactured in his mind or actually legit, I think there was some kind of like unspoken, like this event
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying,
shaped everything.
It was there a reality where he got all this money from scrupable means, and then it still failed and went bankrupt because no one bought their board games, or was it the influence of this that caused the empire to be as big as it was?
I think it's the influence that created the empire. And he also very catchy marketing. Really good at marketing.
Every board game that they pan through their halls is all like devil related. I don't know if you noticed that. It's like
didn't.
ghost in the chairs, spin the tail on the devil, or whatever. You're not making these up, but
I think it was influence behind the scenes, if you will.
okay. That's what I was curious about. So she goes in, and as we said, now it's her turn to draw a card, and everybody's kind of on edge, and then some of them are like, fuck this, whatever.
Now,
you
is
know.
this every person who gets married into the family has to do this, or is it like every 50 years or something like
Every
that?
person has to draw a card, but only one card is
the death
Is the
card.
death card, and that's
Okay.
a hide and seek card, which she draws.
And it's only happened one other time.
Right,
And
'cause-
that was the flashback. at the
Okay, that was the
beginning.
flashback to what's her name? Yeah.
Yeah, because like the other lady was like, I had to play chess. You know?
Yeah, I was like, is every game they play like have a death version of it? Because like,
No, I think
crazy
it's
as hell.
just hide and seek. But you got to wonder where the rules for this came. Did Mr. LaBelle be like, "Here's your handbook, handbook for the recently positively cursed"?
Well, they say they say that like I think it was from the old man. I think it was from the LaBelle on the boat.
Yeah, the tradition.
Kind of like, here you go. Here's what you got to do, and it's just like any oral traditions, it gets passed down.
They pass around the box. They give the whole spiel of what happened, and she pulls a card, and it says hide and seek. She's like, "Really? Are we going to do this for
And
real?"
the demeanor of the whole room changes. Like everything just drops.
Yeah, except for her though, which was such a great stark contrast. She's like, "Really?
This is easy. I'm
Yeah.
cool with this.
And then she even toasts Grandpa LaBelle,
Yeah.
like to not LaBelle, but Damas.
Yeah.
Demas.
Yeah.
Or dumbass, if you will.
If you will."
Yeah, I kept thinking of that. I was like, was that on purpose?
So, and you saw a lot of this part. The trailer, I thought, gave a lot away, but really it's like all within the first 10 minutes,
yeah.
it turns out. But this is all in the trailer where we're like, all right, look, you got to go hide and stay hid until dawn, and that's how you win.
So she finds out very quickly that this is not your normal game of hide and seek.
Right.
She is. She runs into her fiance. Right. He's like, meet me up in her room in like 10 minutes. Like, for real. No, I'm being dead serious. You got to meet me up there. And she's like, well,
Get it?
okay.
Dead serious?
Oh, shit.
From the brother's perspective, or the newlywed, what do you think of his decision not to tell her about any of this particular
Piece of shit.
potential death game? Because, like we said, most of the cards in the deck are just normal games: Jenga,
Chess.
chess.
Well, to ruin something in the movie, and I'm sorry I'm going to ruin this, but like there's a line at the end where she basically says like, you still let me play the game. Like you still, you let me pull a card knowing that this was a possibility, you know?
Right, exactly. And I'm asking, like, what do you, from his perspective,
Would you
think-
tell your significant other beforehand
Correct.
that there was a possibility she'd have to play a life endangering game?
Yes.
Right. If it was
And
a-
not Mousetrap.
If it was a 10% chance.
Yes. Yeah, you got to give someone that warning and let them make an educated decision.
It's a good point. Yeah, I think you have to also, because you find out of what else they have to do, very, very subtly.
Yeah.
By means of like, hey, there's a barn with a bunch of goats in it. There's more to this than just this one time.
Right.
Right. There's more to the family that's going to be revealed. So yeah, I think you absolutely need to tell them. And I think,
But
that
once you're in, you know?
yeah, but also if it was a grandfather or, not that long ago, half of them don't think it's real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's an interesting dichotomy of where it's like, okay, half of the family doesn't believe it, so maybe that's why he didn't say anything. He's like, it's all bullshit anyway.
Yeah. And I think we should tell the audience what you're referring to.
Sure, why not?
Is that they worship demonic forces. They worship like a demon entity.
Specifically Satan, because they're
Specifically
saying,
Satan, yes.
Hail Satan at the end.
Not Payman.
Not Payman. No, it's just take a back seat, Payman. You've had your day.
Today we're here to talk about my main man Satan's finally getting his due.
OG.
Overlooked for so long. So they believe in all this stuff, and they kind of, but yeah, as you said, like half the family doesn't legit believe it. And
it makes for a lot of fun moments too.
Yes.
So Grace, being very clueless, still not knowing the danger she's in, she goes and hides in a dumbwaiter. And after enough time passes, she's like, "Oh, this is boring. I'm going to go up and see what my husband is up to." He told me to go meet him up there.
Can I say one thing we did miss that I just had for the record? They start a hide and seek song.
Oh, right.
Slaps.
the warped record with the hide and seek.
So I know people are very interested in if a song slaps or not.
Do you think they
that song slaps.
You scurry off into the darkness, hurry, I'm behind you. Don't you speak, hide and seek.
Do you think that they had that song custom made for this game? Or do you think that was a song that just existed in normal society and they were like, ooh, that's the one?
I assumed it was a regular children's song that I just never had heard of.
Probably all kind of old records like that.
So she leaves the dumbbell listening to this amazing song.
Dumbwaiter.
Dumbbell. She fits in a dumbbell. It's incredible. She leaves the dumbwaiter and continue on.
She goes upstairs and then the husband's like, "Oh my God, look, I'm really sorry, but they're going to try to kill you right now.
You pulled the shit card.
There was a 1 in 10 chance and you fucking pulled it.
Yeah.
And this is serious right now." She's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Oh shit, someone's coming." And they go hide behind the bed and the maid's in there looking for the kid.
Oh, and he gives her shoes too while he's doing this. He's like, "Put these shoes on."
Yeah, we're going to fucking bounce.
Yeah.
We're going to get the hell out of here. I'm going to turn the security cameras on. We're going to unlock the doors and we're going to get the hell out.
This is something that I noticed though, because he hands her yellow Converse Chucks, and I was like, I don't think they make those yellow Converse Chucks anymore. I don't think they've had yellow Chucks for a while. And I went and checked, and they did not. They actually painted those for the movie.
Huh.
Because I was like, I don't think they make that color. I may know a lot about Converse,
Apparently.
but you know, I'm just saying. Like, I actually went back and looked and like read that. I was like, oh yeah, they did like custom make these.
Checking in with shoes.
There you go.
I love a good yellow shoe.
Welcome to Shoe Talk.
Here in the shoe corner with Garrett. So they hear the maid coming in. She's looking for one of the children named Georgie to put him to bed. And she's like, Georgie. And so now they're inside of Grace's room. Emily, who we've seen has been doing some cocaine and some other drugs throughout, runs inside and fires the rifle straight into the head of the maid. And she drops right next to the, they can't see them hiding.
Yeah. Now, did she mean, was she get spooked by her being in there, or did she actually just shoot the gun accidental?
I think she just saw somebody and was like, "Oh, shoot." Like, I think it was bad luck that it was that maid. It could have been anybody. She was just shooting on sight.
Yeah.
Itchy trigger finger of some kind or something.
I definitely got the feeling that like a lot of people were just like, "Oh my God, something's moving. I'm firing at it."
Which is something I really enjoy about this film is that our cast of seekers, the family members, are not trained with weapons. They've never used half of what they're holding.
Yes, I do love that.
I think it's a great point. A lot of times we're like, people blind firing and being stupid. Well, there's an actual plot point here for that.
They give this guy, was it Fitch, a crossbow, and he's like, "How am I supposed to use this?" And it's like, yes, that's exactly how I would react if somebody gave me a crossbow.
In complete contrast to Felix from Your Next, who's like, "I just point it and fire," right?
Right.
Yeah. But then you go like he's watching YouTube videos like your crossbow and you.
So good.
Like, I'd probably watch a video too.
Yes.
YouTube is a very valuable tool.
If you're trying to kill somebody.
I love the fact that he was in the bathroom like watching that, like how to use your crossbow video. And he was like, what the fuck am I going to do with this?
So Grace is now on full alert. She saw somebody get shot in the face and then they had to put her out of her misery too, right? Like,
yes, it was really great Foley work. Lots of gurgles and ugh.
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, Daniel."
Classic gurgles.
The classic gurgles. They're like, "Hey, Daniel, come finish her off. Now go throw the body in the goat shed." It's like, okay. And then she has to go make her way through a secret corridor. You know, every rich mansion got to
Right.
have your secret corridors.
Well, you don't get to build a mansion without having a secret corridor.
It's blueprint
code.
B. Yeah, you gotta have-
It's a support bearing corridor.
I'm not allowed to sound off on this until you put in at least 3 hidden corridors.
Also, just an update. I just checked Converse's site. If you go to the custom make your own, you can make yellow chucks now.
Real time updates.
They don't actually have it straight up as a purchasable color, but you can custom make your own. So if you're looking for that ready or not cosplay, you are halfway there.
Boom. Converse, have it your way.
Get a wedding dress, get some yellow chucks, get a blonde wig.
Or be blonde.
The Grave Talk, here to serve our public.
Not sponsored by Converse, though. Hit us up, bro.
I will hit us up, Converse. Where you at? I will say this though: the gore in this movie does not shy away.
No, really good.
Like it's weird because it's so, I don't want to say lighthearted, but it's so like kind of like
It's a good
light.
contrast.
And then
yeah.
when they hit, it's like, whoa, that is some crazy depth.
And it's in good contrast with the comedy element
Yes.
of it. So much of this movie is the interaction of the family members freaking out over this,
Yeah.
as well as Grace, right? The relationships between the families, like Charity and Daniel are married, but they don't like each other. There's a whole like, you're a gold digger.
You're a grave robber.
You're a grave
What
robber.
you're gonna say.
I was about to say that. But you know what I mean? Like, so there's like such, not empathy. What's the opposite of empathy? Like, disdain for each other.
Yeah.
And their conversations. It's a smartly written film, and especially in the dialogue portion of it.
And then what's her face's kids? They've got like the grandkids, and these little kids are in that's what the maid was looking for earlier, looking for the little kids.
One of the daughters of the family, Emily, that's her children.
And they tell the kids to go to bed.
Yeah.
And like
They're running around earlier shouting, kill, 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 wearing these masks.
yeah.
Unbeknownst to poor Grace, what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's like, take these off.
Yeah, the parents like, not yet. Like, you know, keep it on the
Yeah.
ramps. It's like, whoa.
She gets caught in that corridor, the secret corridor.
Right. She makes a wrong turn, actually. She's in the
Oh,
corridor,
right.
and then she ends up in the billiards room, and Daniel, he's the one that stuffed the kid into the hiding spot in the beginning.
Yeah.
He wanders in. He's like, hey, just came to make a drink. And like Grace is all freaking out, like tensed up, like
Yeah.
ready for a fight. And he's just like, you know, you want one? And she's like not responding at all. He's like, tell you what, I'm going to give you a 10-second head start. And she's like, you don't have to do this. He's like, oh, but I really do.
Yeah. He gives her a good head start, though. Way more than 10 seconds, I'll
And
admit.
you touched on this right now, but we do need to make a big point. That flashback at the very beginning where we see the first hide and seek game happening, there's 2 young kids, 2 young boys, and one of them does put one of them in a cupboard type thing to protect him from seeing or having to do what's happening. And you find out that one of those kids they find out those 2 kids are the brothers.
Yeah, it's Alex and Daniel. Alex being the one
Yeah.
that married Grace. Daniel is the older brother who was trying to protect the younger sibling.
Yeah, and so when Daniel does run into God, what's her name?
Grace.
Grace, like he is very much like, I don't want to do this. Like this is not my jam. I really love that dynamic. That threw me off when I first saw it. I was like, oh wow, we actually have someone we're supposed to root for in the family as well.
Right, and you said a lot of the characters weren't likable. Well, Daniel is one of those likable characters because he's doing his role against his will, kind of.
But the thing is like they hadn't pegged him as being that until this moment. Like you kind of picked him as like, oh, it's a snotty rich asshole.
Yeah.
And then when he does this, you're like, oh wow, like
more to him than we were led.
Meets
to
the
believe.
eye.
Yeah. So he starts counting and she runs off, and then the family all reconvenes in the billiard rooms after Daniel calls them all in there, and he's like, she just got away. Shucks, you missed her.
And I love how the family's like, bullshit. Like some of them are
Yeah.
like, no way, dude, you let her go. And then the other ones are like, just leave him alone.
Yeah, in the dad, someone says something to the effect is like, let's just turn the security cameras back on. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
And then Aunt Helen's like, no, we must do it all by tradition. That's why we're using these ancient weapons. We will do it as we've done before.
It's like Walter from Big Lebowski. He's like, does no one care about the rules? It was-
Shiva Shabbos.
They have a great. It's like, dude, do you think if cameras weren't around when Grandpa did this, you wouldn't have used cameras?
Well, there's a really great line
Yeah.
later on when like the dad is so downtrodden. That's one of my favorite parts of the movie is just watching the dad erode
Yeah.
throughout the film. You know, he's nice, prim, and proper at the beginning. He's like, she's fucking killing us all. God damn it.
I don't know if you're keeping track. We're getting our ass kicked out there.
That was a great line. Oh, man.
So yeah, at some point he's like, fuck it, turn on the security cameras. We'll go go in there and do it.
And there's little bits of dialogue that kind of indicate that they have to kill her for some reason. And we don't know what that is yet.
Right after one of the maids got popped, they're like, does that do the trick?
Yes.
Are we good now? He's like, no, it's not good. We got to kill her. The one in the dress, man.
Yeah, and you kind of like, oh, okay, there's some shit going on
They
here,
come
but you're
back
not
to
quite.
that.
Yeah.
Like, why does everyone keep asking that? Because every time a maid dies, they're like, does this count?
So while they're in the billiards room, Emily, the one who's been doing all the cocaine, is like, I dropped my gun.
Yeah, I suck at this.
So Fitch is like,
She's so upset. She's like, I'm so bad at this.
She goes, why does this keep happening to me?
Doesn't the mother just go like, it's going to be okay? Or like someone
she's
comforts
like,
her.
no, you're not a dummy, basically what the tone is. But then Fitch is like, here, take the crossbow. I don't even know what I'm doing with it anyway. And then a maid runs in, maybe to alert somebody, and she just immediately fires it right into her eyeball.
Yeah, she's like, I saw her
Yeah.
dead.
And then, why is this always happening to me?
Yeah, she's just clearly was like, oh boy.
And she does the whole gurgle shit. And then
Yeah.
the Aunt Helen goes over to the axe and just takes her
Yeah,
out.
'cause
Finishes
every
her
time
out, yeah.
they would say a sentence and be like, so whatever, and then the maid would be like, it was,
Oh, it was clearly like one of those like comedy gags.
yeah, it was pretty good.
So that's when they decide they're going to go do the security cameras. We're going to
You
get
know-
that shit turned on. But in the meantime, Alex has already made his way in there to try to unlock the doors.
Right. Now, they blame her for killing them all, but really, they kill each other. She has yet to kill anybody
Well,
yet.
that's the joke. That's
Yeah.
the running thing is they're like, like they keep doing this to themselves and like.
But the dad keeps blaming her.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't she just let me kill her? It's like,
Why won't you let me kill you?
Yeah.
So she runs into the hallway and finds herself like, I guess, an elephant gun or something with giant bandolier of ammo.
Yes.
And is like, sweet, I'm going to take this. And she puts it on.
Goes in the forbidden room, which was the game room.
Right. And it's
And-
like a portrait to her, the grandpa. or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, the guy who was with.
she looks herself in the mirror and just goes, Jesus.
Yeah, and she has ripped her dress to be
Yeah.
kind of like a short skirt, kind of like not short skirt, but like a skirted like
Functional. It's
wedding
much
dress.
more functional now,
She's
yeah.
got her Converse on and all stuff like that.
Well, you can't be running around in a murder house with a train 300 feet
She
long.
loses the train right away.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
something that'll come back later is in the big the room that she goes into, like the big meeting room where they drew the cards, the tradition room,
The music room.
Yeah, they actually have a seat open for
Yeah.
LaBelle, who they keep it and they toast the empty seat, like
Yeah.
to LaBelle, like love the way those giant shells look on her like bandolier that she has on.
Yeah.
That's cool as shit.
She beelines for the kitchen because that was the plan. It was like, we're going to unlock the door, we're going to escape out the kitchen side, and we're going to get out of here. We're just going to not look back. Well, she gets there, the door's still locked. Alex is having a little bit of trouble getting that open for her.
They're electronically
dun.
locked. Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's a security room he's off in watching
Right.
this whole thing
Play
play
out.
out. Well,
And then-
walks in the butler.
The butler.
Oh,
What do
this
you guys
guy.
think of the butler?
He takes an ass whooping like a champ. That's what I think about the
My
butler.
man can whistle.
Yeah.
He's good at whistling classical music.
Loves him some classical
Loves
music.
it.
Yes, he does.
Comes back to bite him in the ass multiple times.
It's a really great scene of her trying to load up this gun, trying to be as quiet as possible, and he's over here just doing his little metronome movement, listening to his music, and then he just bum 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 bum, starts
Yeah.
singing out loud, and then finally Alex unlocks the door. All the lights go on, and he's startled, looks at the door, and she comes up behind him and is like, "Move."
Yeah.
And he's like, "You really think that I would have put live rounds on the wall?"
No,
I'm not
she shoots
stupid."
him. This is
Oh,
where
you're
I
right.
I'm so impressed by her, dude. She absorbs that she's in this situation and is like, all right, now is not the time to fuck around. She says, move. He doesn't move. She shoots. Like, she's not here to fucking play games.
And it's like, it was
Which
dis-
is exactly what she's there
I
for.
know.
I'm here to play games. But yeah,
I wrote, I'm very impressed that she tried to pop that guy because she did not even blink.
well, those rounds are for display only.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't work. So instead, she grabs the teapot that he was warming on the side and smashes it right into
And
his
it was
face.
boiling because it had whistle.
Yeah, it was boiling.
Once again, doesn't even blink. She's just like, all right, on to step 2. She is a natural born killer.
So she's out on the grounds, and she immediately beelines to the barn.
Good choice,
We
Adam.
alluded to. Is,
Which every rich mansion has.
Of course.
Going to have your goat barn.
Yeah, that's just standard. You can't even get it without a goat barn now. It's like, cars with AC. You just get a goat barn.
You can't get insured without a goat barn.
Yeah.
I don't want the goat barn option. Well, sir, there's no
Yeah.
discount for
No,
it. So
it's
just going to
coming.
come in with that goat.
Well, you see, those cars come with the undercoating.
So she goes inside and she's looking around and is like, all goats. What is this about? This is kind of interesting, whatever. And then She hears somebody coming. She hides in one of the little hutches.
Right. Good call.
And turns out it's Georgie, the little kid the maid was looking for. And she's like, oh, thank God. Georgie, listen, buddy, I don't know what's happening, but I could really use your head. And he just fires around straight through her
Right.
hand.
He's got a hand out, like kind of like, hey, and then he just bam.
It's crazy. The effect, you see her whole palm just go missing.
Now, is that hand usable after that? Or is
No.
that hand done?
That hand is done.
I thought so.
every
The nerves, the bone.
Yeah, you can't flex anymore.
I'd say at very least, you lose the use of the middle two fingers where that hole was.
Yeah.
You maybe keep your thumb action, but other than that,
It's a stump now.
Yeah.
But the kid found the gun that his mom had lost. But she's like, I left my gun. He found it, picked it up, and fucking blasted her.
And he's
Because
like,
that's
I
what
found
he's-
her. I found her.
Yeah.
She just decks him in the face as hard as she can.
she
Just laid
punches that kid down.
It takes like a minute for her to realize what happened. And then when she does, she just nails him, dude.
Oh, the look of shock is so good.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly how you would react. You'd be like, there's a hole in my hand.
Yeah. And does she fall down the hole at this point?
And then she tries to leave, right? And she trips, I think, or somehow gets pushed back through like a door that falls down a huge hole.
There's like in Wizard of Oz, the storm cellar
doors,
has
yeah.
like the angled kind of like wooden doors. She trips on something. I can't remember exactly what happens, but like she falls through that door, like the wood breaks and she falls in this little pit. And then she's down there. It's where they've been throwing the dead goats.
Yeah,
and then she looks around. There's also dead people.
Yeah.
It's from our flashback. It's our Mr. Arrow guy from the front of the movie.
Whoa.
Yep.
But there is
And the maid's down there too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the maid's down there.
a ladder which she tries to climb up.
A rickety old ladder which she tries to climb up.
And of course, as she climbs up it falls apart. But our hero, Grace, being a gangster, fucking free solos up this mountain.
Free solos up that mountain.
And gets to the very edge and takes her uses the hole in her hand to prop herself up by a nail.
And there's like these giant like industrial sized nails like holding the ladder and stuff in place. And when she goes to reach up to grab the top of it with her dead hand, like she puts like she just Jesuses that hand right through the nail and like she's using it to like pull herself up. I'm sorry. I feel like the intense pain that would cause you to black out.
I agree, but you know what? Samara Grace is running on adrenaline right now.
Oh, she's on it. She's on that goat blood.
Yeah.
I think it's possible you could pass out from that, but I could see her, like you said, just working through it. Like, I'm too intent right now to get out of this situation. It's life or death.
Yeah.
Right? So
she is proven in a fight or flight situation. She fights.
She's ready.
Then
that doesn't quite work.
Then she gets to the gate.
So step 2 is get off the property.
Yes.
And she makes her way to a fence and manages to squeeze her way through, but not without taking some serious damage to her
Doesn't she go
back.
upstairs? Because there's a scene where the guy's like, Fitch is like, I'm doing family shit. And then she just falls face first down that window.
Yeah, because she couldn't get out that door. She couldn't get out the door in the kitchen. So she runs back up in the house and ends up like upstairs. And she's like, I'm going to climb down this window.
And she
and
falls
past Fitch, who's like watching another YouTube video.
No, he's texting somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Like, not much, just you.
Yeah,
like,
what are you
just
guys
your family
doing? What are you
stuff.
up to? Blah, blah.
Well, he's searching on some Google equivalent. It said, "Pacts with the devil, real or bullshit?"
Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. And
But she ends up falling face first, and once just pops back up.
and then she runs to the fence, which is like a giant, like I don't want to say barb, but it's like got like the
Iron
standard,
rod fence, yeah.
Exactly.
And she gets stuck on it.
She tries to climb through it, but she
Yeah.
climbs through in such an angle that I'm like, you could have got, if you had gone like a different angle, you would have gotten through this.
Yeah, this once again.
I think it was a mix of her needing to get out to try to wave that car down
Yeah.
before it was gone.
Well, look, if she had gone like feet first, she could have positioned herself to like stand on the ground and kind of like pull herself out. But she goes like chest first, and then she kind of like ends up leaning on one of the spiked rods and
because
like, ripping her back.
it fell right. Like
Yeah.
the as she climbed it or whatever, she bent one of the rods.
Yeah.
and it just fucks her chest up. Oh, that was so
Yeah,
gruesome, man.
She gets ripped on that, and it was like, whoa. But she does make it through.
She's such a gangster, dude. She just powers through and is just like, you know what? I'm just going to let this cut me and deal with it later. And she does.
got that adrenaline going,
Yeah.
man.
And then she waves down the car and the guy, she's like obviously bleeding. She's a disaster. And he just goes, get out of the fucking road and drives away.
She has a great response for
Yeah.
just like screaming obscenities.
Fuck out of the road.
That's just a day one though. Like if you see like a bloody person on the side of the road, it's questionable.
I'd like to think I'd help.
I think I would too, but I definitely think I'd stay in my car.
Oh yeah, to get in, let's go. Like
That's one of them half-winded downs, just enough to get your nose out. Like what?
If you want to sit on the hood, I'll be happy to drive you.
And then she gets involved with another car after the guy drives away.
Right, the butler's chasing her.
Butler's chasing her because the butler's like,
Yes.
"Don't worry, I got her. I'll take the car out." And he takes because they're like, "She's gonna get off the property," because they see her on the cameras at this point, right?
She's
Yeah.
out. She's out.
She's out. She's gonna tell everybody. And then like the butler's like, "I got this." All like melted on one side of the face. He basically is Two-Face at this point.
Oh, it looks so painful.
And he takes the Beamer or whatever it is, the Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
And he goes out there and he puts on his classical music and he's just going to get her.
Yeah, well, no, because she crashes, right? So she gets her own car.
Doesn't she?
Well, she wrestles him out. She wrestles the butler out of the car, beats his ass, and takes his car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while she's driving away, she hits the OnStar button.
Oh,
And it was like-
yeah.
And he's like, "Hi, this is Justin. How can I help?" She's like, "Justin, call the fucking cops."
This is one of my favorite parts.
I'm gonna fucking die. Do this. And Justin's like, "I'm sorry."
She says his name so much. She's like, "Start the car, Justin."
And he's like, "Oh, ma'am, this car's been reported stolen. I'm gonna have to shut you down now. The cops will arrive in like 24 hours, or I don't know what they
He
say."
said they're on the way, but
Yeah.
And she's like, "You fucking asshole! I just asked for the cops." you know?
start the car, Justin.
Yeah, she is so like fed up at this point.
But they reported that car stolen so fast.
Well, they knew.
so fast.
They knew what was happening.
Now, the only thing that I could really find with this movie that I'd find a gripe with is like the time that cop car was called, and when the cops actually show up at the end of the movie.
Long time.
A long time.
Yeah.
Now, this is a rich neighborhood. Cops going to show up instantly.
Well, they're also out in the middle of nowhere too. There's a bit of a drive. This
Well,
is
the
some
cops-
your next level out
The
there.
cops don't even come for the car. The cops come because the house is on fire. So they never show up for
Or
the
maybe
car.
maybe they're out there investigating the car and they don't think to go to the house because they're like, we don't.
the only thing I think is maybe they canceled the call when the butler or whatever. got
Ooh,
back
he
to the
does
house.
get. Remember, he does drive it home, so they had to cancel the call.
Right,
Because
so while the car's shut down, the butler snuck back up on her and punches her out.
He shoots
throws
her,
in
yeah.
throws her in the back seat. So as every showboat does ever, he starts celebrating a little too early before he gets past that finish line.
and he like FaceTimes or whatever, the
family's
family.
watching him. He's got the 1812 overture blasting as loud as he can, and he's coming in for his big finale. And the whole time, the family watches Grace wake up and just kick him in the back of the head like 3 or 4 times, and they're just like, "Ooh!"
he's like, I've got her. We're on our way, and they're just like, great, get back here quick. It's almost sunrise. Yada 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 yada. And he's like, no worries. Blast that fucking beef oven. And then just, or whatever it was. Was it Overture? 1812 Overture? Okay, 1812 Overture.
Did you say beef oven?
He
beef
did
oven.
say that.
The classics beef oven.
Mozart and
It's
beef
from
oven.
Bill and Ted, dude. Beef oven.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, God, you fucking dork.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm the dork that forgot the 30-year-old reference.
And so, yeah, but when they crashed the car, right? It hits a tree or something.
Oh, yeah. She's back out again, and then Daniel catches her.
Right. Yeah. So
Yes,
she
They come out with shotguns and pick her back up.
because she obviously the driver is knocked out now, so he runs the car
Because she
off
runs out of the car into like the woods,
Right.
and she like rolls down a hill, and that's when Daniel's like out there with a shotgun, like, I don't want to do this.
Right, he's like, I just came out here to fucking mind my business, and boom, here you are again.
And she's trying to speak to the good side. And was like, "You don't have to do this." And he's like, "Oh, I really do. Look,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't think you think I'm somebody I'm not." And then knocks her out with the butt of the gun. And the next thing we got is her waking up strapped to a sacrificial table.
The uncle or the dad or someone was there with a gun.
Yeah, he was
Who's
hiding in the
hiding,
back.
right? Which is why I think Daniel was saying, I have to do this.
He was
right?
playing the part.
Yeah, there's like a double entendre in the whole speech he gave, where he's like, "Look, I really have to do this."
Yeah.
Because otherwise they both would have got shot.
Right. And now the full, backstory of the satanic worship comes out. They're in full purple robe. There's a pentagram on the table. She's all strapped up, and the dad is like saying the ritualistic words or
Yeah.
whatever. They all go to drink some wine. And what you said earlier, John, apparently hydrochloric acid, that's what you went with?
Yeah.
You think you'd notice it the minute it touches your tongue.
So they go drink this wine, and it's poison. They start bleeding at the mouth and vomiting blood. And it turns out Daniel poisoned them with hydrochloric acid, which
I just don't know if it's hydrochloric acid because I feel like that shit's eating right through you, bro.
he says in the movie, in the exact text is poisoned. What did you give us? And he's like, oh, just what we put the maids in, with the white bottle and the red top. And the dad goes, hydrochloric acid? And the guy's like, yeah. It's wild. They should have noticed that. I mean, when their teeth started dissolving.
Maybe he's put a tiny little drop.
Maybe because but they're vomiting blood.
He does say, is like, don't worry, they'll be fine. They'll just be shitting really bad for a week. So once again, Grace has been let loose, and she's going with Daniel.
How'd she get loose again?
Daniel let her go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. After he poisoned her, he let her go.
And at the same time as this is happening, her husband now finally manages to get free because he got beat up and captured
He's
in
been
the security
handcuffed
room.
to a bedpost this whole time.
Right. So he finally broke out and got free to go rescue his wife, who has been just fucking kicking ass without him. But
when he's handcuffed and he's like rubbing the handcuff back and forth on the thick ass arm thick beam, and I was like, "You're not getting out anytime
No
soon,
way.
bro."
He's been there for 3 days doing
I
that.
don't
Break that
believe
shit off.
He was ever going to success. What they show in the movie, I don't think would ever really happen. That was
No.
solid fucking oak.
This is movie logic happening right before our eyes. But
He's got a pocket beaver.
Yeah.
Movie's good enough that I'm going to allow it.
Agreed. It really didn't bother me, but
So Charity is up and about. She didn't get as poisoned, or maybe didn't affect her as much. And while Daniel's trying to lead,
Iocane powder. I bet my life on it.
as Daniel's leading Grace out of the house, Charity runs up with a gun, and Daniel's standing between him. He's like, "You gonna really shoot me, Charity?" And she pops him in the neck.
yeah, nobody in this movie really thinks twice about killing, which I appreciate, I guess. They're just like,
Well, I mean, with the threat of a satanic curse, I mean, what options do you have?
fair.
So at this point, we should just say exactly what's going on. They have to kill her before dawn, or something terrible, terrible is going to happen to the family.
Yes.
And we don't know what, and there has been stories told by the dad, remember the Petersons down the road? That's a good point. Because remember they said the other part of their family, the Peterson part, I'm using Peterson as the last name, but I don't remember what it is exactly. They're like, remember what happened to all of them? They all disappeared one night, blah, 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 blah. Does that mean anybody blood related to them, even by marriage and shit like that, is now affected?
There was also some line in the movie was like, you know what they say about rich people is true. We aren't normal. Kind of insinuating that every rich person is a satanic.
You think they're insinuating that every person with a wealth like that has basically made some pact with the devil, and that's why?
I think that's what they're saying.
Or maybe this is a society situation, and they're all
shunt.
So maybe that's what's happening. They're all just some sort of weird shunting aliens,
Or just the members of satanic cult.
I think
or shunting aliens.
I think you're right, Mark, because they do make a whole thing of just rich people in general.
Yes.
So I mean,
This movie's very anti-rich people.
So I guess it very much is to insinuate that if you've made that money, you've done something to basically have to make this deal with the devil. With the deal.
You have an unreasonable amount of money. You didn't get it by normal means, if you know what I mean. I think when they say that family disappears, someone also did make a remark, was like, oh, they just moved to Tallahassee or something.
Right. It's
I thought that was a cover story.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what that's what they want you to believe is what the
Right.
So
at this point,
they shot Daniel.
Daniel's on the ground, and Grace is trying to escape. She's on the run from Charity now. She runs into a room and she's hiding, and the mother comes in, Andy McDowell's character, and she's like, I really wanted to like you. This isn't what I wanted, but I'll be damned if you come between me and my family. And she fired a bow at her and missed her, and she's like, in my defense, it's been a while.
Yeah, that was funny.
And then Grace takes that box that had the cards in it and just bashes the mom's face in.
Wrecks her.
Over and over again.
And around the corner comes her husband, whose name I can't remember. Alex.
So Alex, he's found Daniel bleeding out in the hallway, and he comes in and he's witnessing his newlywed bride bashing the mother in the face, screaming, "Fuck your family, fuck your family." That's what really has now changed him and what happens next.
Which is ridiculous because he's like, I don't want you to die. I want you to escape. And then they've been trying to kill her the whole time. And then she fights back and he's just like, how could you? That's my mother.
I think he's just shocked at seeing it happen.
Well, no doubt. You're going to be shocked, but still.
Yes, what he does next does not make any sense to me because then he decides, you know what? I'm team family now. And he captures her.
Yeah. He takes her back.
It is hard to believe, and I'm trying to put it into sense of It's really, it's not so much the mother, it's the brother. The brother is what incited his swap because he thinks that she shot him. And he's the only family member of the entire family that he loved.
Fair.
The rest of them he could have done without. But since Daniel got popped by Charity, thinking it was Grace, he's like, no, you don't do my brother like that.
Okay, that's fair.
And that's what I think the movie wanted us to take away from that. Alex also says a line after she beats the mother's face in. He says, you wouldn't be with me at this point anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's like, you just killed my family. All this crazy shit's going on. You'd probably leave me as soon as this was over anyway. So he leaned back into what he knows, which is the family, I guess. You know?
I buy it. And then he captures her.
Yeah.
I still don't buy it. I mean, I don't know. He's been estranged. He couldn't really like be that whatever.
Yeah. But then they capture her again. Time is ticking. Click, click, click. That's not what time does. Tick, 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 tick.
Click, click, click goes the clock.
And now they're like in a kitchen trying to redo the spell. But they don't make it in time.
Is it the kitchen? It's like I thought it was a big dining room.
Maybe it's a dining room.
Yeah, it's like a dining room.
A weird room, but they don't make it in time. And then they're like,
The sun comes up.
is it all bullshit? They're like, oh, this was all bullshit.
Well, they all start freaking out. They're like, oh, God. And they all kind of like cringe. And then it's like, oh, okay. And I think it's like the other guy was all like, well, this was all bullshit then, huh?
And then they're like,
Fitch is like, well, what about her? Like, what do we do now? Well, Aunt Helen's like, we kill her anyway.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what? This is how it is. And she starts running at her with an axe and she just explodes over everybody. And they're like,
pop. One of them.
You hear a pop.
And blood is just everywhere.
oh, God.
What the fuck was that?
This may be real after all. Just one by one, they start popping. And I love that Georgie, the one that shot her through the hand, the mother corrals him and runs off screen. You just go pop, pop, pop. You see the blood splatter
All
in through
three
the
of them
window.
pop, so the two kids pop as well. So now
You don't see the kids explode, though.
off screen, but we know we hear them.
Yeah, we hear them. But
And so
Movie's a coward. Blow him up on screen.
So Grace is just getting covered with blood, and all that's left now is Alex and her. And he's like, "No, look, I'm getting a second chance because of you. You saved me. That's why I haven't blown up yet." And she's just like, "I want a divorce." And she throws the ring at him, and pop, he blows up as well.
So he would have lived if she hadn't said he wanted to get a divorce.
No, it would have happened.
Yeah, I think
I thought it would have happened
popping
regardless,
anyway.
yeah.
But that's how the sequence
The way you
went.
said that, I was all like, "Wait a minute, did I see that wrong?"
And then a burst of flame from the hearth, and you see the image of Mr. LaBelle sitting in the chair you mentioned earlier. And he just nods like, "Mademoiselle."
Yeah. So yeah, that's the end of the movie. Basically, she goes outside, sits bloody on the steps, smoking a cigarette.
And the one joke that I did not appreciate is the last line in the movie. The cop runs up and is like, "What happened?" "In-laws."
Yeah, that
Credits. I
was
was like, oh.
Yeah. It's like, wah, wah.
I think maybe the hydrochloric acid wasn't going to kill them because they're immortal. Isn't that the implication?
You think they're immortal?
I don't think they're immortal.
Well,
I
what's
mean, you could. I mean, I don't think there was any proof otherwise.
well, I guess
Because they still
Grandpa
died. They still died of old age, you know?
Never mind. My theory's bunk. They should not have been able to drink hydrochloric acid at all, even
Worst
a little bit.
movie ever.
No, awesome movie. Love this movie.
There's some really cool stuff about this movie, and I looked it up on IMDb. 6 of the methods of murder available in the various editions of the board game Clue are used in this film. The pepperbox revolver is used by Emily and her son Georgie. Grace strangles the butler, Stevens. The ceremonial wine is poisoned. Aunt Helen decapitates a maid with an axe. A dagger is used for the sacrificial ceremony. And Grace hits Tony in the face with a lantern like the candlestick. So, I don't know. That's what IMDb says.
I'm gonna have to call that a stretch.
Yeah, it's a bit of a stretch.
I think so too, but supposedly the pistol is based off exactly like the one in Clue.
You know, speaking of kills, we did skip one kill that I enjoyed, and it's when she's on the run and she comes up to the third maid and the
that poor
dumbwaiter.
maid.
And they open the dumbwaiter, and she's like, "I don't know what's going on. I'm only hired because they like the way I dance."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Huh? Are you a stripper or something? Like got
Yeah.
hired for the event?"
It was a weird throwaway line.
And then Grace is like, "Don't worry, they're just here for me." And then she's like, "She's over here." And then like basically presses the button on the dumbwaiter and crutches herself.
Yeah, really.
It's like, you deserved it.
Yeah.
You deserved that.
She was the worst of the group. If she had just kept her mouth shut, she'd have been fine.
But here's a question though, because the wife, the gold digging wife, whatever her name is, what's her nuts?
Charity.
Charity. she married into that family, and she explodes.
Yeah, once you're in,
You're in.
Well, they were married.
But she was the victim.
It does not matter.
No.
Grace
They
and
weren't
Alex were married.
No.
But Grace won the game.
No. Look, they say earlier that the ceremony doesn't matter. It's about this game. She's not in the family till she goes through the game. So the game is what I think brings you into the curse. So the Charity played chess, went about her life. Now she's in the family, right? Grace never made it to the end of the game.
Yeah, and this because she was also the point of sacrifice. No other game ended in sacrifice.
Yeah.
They needed to kill her to continue the pact with LaBelle, right?
Right.
But because she won the game, she wasn't a part of the family. She survived.
Yeah. The game is what makes you the family. The marriage is just for show.
I don't know. That seems kind of a stretch, but that sounds right. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you. I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. It just seems weird that, like, then why even have the wedding?
For show, for the,
Because people get married.
Yeah, people like getting married.
This movie has thought of everything. Because there's a line he said, "You were about to leave me if I didn't propose."
Right. Because she says, you're the one who wanted to get married. And she's like, are you making this sound like it's my fault?
Oh, yeah. I love that when he was like, I'm sorry. You're not putting this on me.
Yeah.
He basically says, like, if I hadn't said, "Will you marry me?" you were going to leave.
All right. There you go.
Which I wonder how long they were dating before that then.
They said a year and a half. 18
That's
months.
it?
Yeah.
Yo, I would not get married after a year and a half. You need longer than that to, like, really know if you're, like, marriage
Yeah,
compatible.
different strokes, I guess.
What, did you get married after, like, 6 days?
No, I got married for like 7 years, so
And on
I'm
the
not a
seventh-
good.
and on the seventh day, John rested.
7 days. Oh, boy. It was a fucking good movie.
I can't recommend this one enough. It's a lot of fun. The gore is there. The suspense is there. It's everything that I'm looking for in a comedy horror movie like this.
Yeah, and the comedy is actually really good. Other than the in-laws line, which we all can agree was a little bit
Lame.
hammy, all the comedy hits. There's not a single moment of like a joke in the film that I can think of like groaning at and going, oh boy.
Yeah, agreed. Highly recommended from us. Sounds like 3 around the table.
Agreed.
Can we please get back to talking about Jurassic Park now?
Well, listeners, have you seen Ready or Not? What did you think of the film? Let us know on our social medias. You can find us at Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can find more Grave Talk podcast content at www.thegravetalk.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
But they introduced this thing that they had been talking about in the Jurassic Park / world like pantheon of movies that they've kind of wanted to do, like dinosaur human hybrid type thing.
Boy.
Now, they don't go that far with it. They do bring up this cloning aspect that maybe that we didn't just clone dinosaurs, maybe we actually cloned a human too. That is a plot device in that movie, but overall it brings back the wild nature, the really like untamed like concept of dinosaurs, like how they were just like wild animals and shit. And at the end though, dinosaurs get loose into the wild.
That seems bad.
It most certainly could be. And it's not like crazy. They're not like in Vegas, like give me 6 on black, you know. But you definitely see some pterodactyls perched on top of the Eiffel Tower in Vegas, the Paris.
That's clever.
And then there's like the raptors running through the Southwest. And then you see like a brontosaurus or like a triceratops like eating in this field. So basically some dinosaurs, not a whole bunch of them, some got out. Now remember, they can't actually breed again.
Right.
So going forward, the new premise of Jurassic, whatever they end up calling it, is going to be very much of like, how does the world, and this was a whole Ian Malcolm was in it going like, yo, we can't mix these two.
Yeah.
It happens. So oh, man, okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm sorry.
Which movie?
Watch all the Jurassic except for Lost World.